Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever WIW Season Awards. Please join me in welcoming your host, Darren Jacobs.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs and I am delighted to welcome you all to the first ever WIW award show for season number 1. Can you believe that we have made it this far? A whole season of WIW action has been and gone, and today we will mark the end of season number 1, but the beginning of season number 2. Today we will be honouring some of the best moments and the best superstars from the season, whilst also building up the excitement for the upcoming season of WIW. Let's get things going, people, because we have got so much stuff to get through tonight, including we've got announcements to be made, we have awards to be handed out, and at the end of the show we have an exclusive sneak peek of the trailer and official start date for WIW Season 2. That's right, people. You've all had to wait so long, and I apologise for the wait, but we have put on a show for all of you tonight to say thank you. Because without all of you, none of this would even be possible, and we would, quite frankly, not be here today. So thank you to every single one of you for turning up tonight. But there is also someone else who deserves to be thanked for their efforts. He may have a funny way of showing it, but he really does care for all of you. And it was his vision that got us here today and made WIW the name that it is today. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the man who will start off tonight's show with a bang, guaranteed. Please welcome the chairman of WIW and the current GM of both Monday Night Mayhem and Friday Fight Night, Blake Austin.
Shut up and sit down.
Thank you, Darren, thank you. I'm glad we were able to keep your job here after Insomnia. I can't wait to have you back for season number 2. And as for all of you, I can hear all your chanting, by the way. But guess what? Shut up and sit down. You all think I lost, but trust me when I say, when you see how much money I have made on that fight, then you will really see who won. Anyway, that's not why I'm here tonight. As you know, I am nominated for an award later tonight, so I'll keep this very brief. As you know, I built this company from the ground up, and it has been a huge success. But after Insomnia, I realized I've let my personal feelings affect business, and if I continue to keep doing this by getting myself involved, then WIW cannot grow. Therefore, effective immediately, I am stepping down from the general manager position of both Mayhem and Fight Night. And I will still be acting as chairman and CEO of WIW. However, if anybody decides to overstep, they will still be answering to me. As for the GM roles, you don't need to fear for that either. I've already taken the liberty of hiring new GMs for both brands, and tonight you get to meet all of them. One of them you will be very familiar with, but the other is very much a brand new man. But these two people I trust to keep Mayhem and Fight Night going for many years to come. So, without further ado, please welcome the brand new GM of Monday Night Mayhem and of the new GM for Friday Fight Night, Theodore Adam Wright and Mort Goldberg. Thank you everybody for your kind reception. As you know, I am also the manager of the Blood Brothers, Big Boss and Bruiser Brad. I want to address that straight away, as I know everyone will think that there will be favoritism straight away. But I would like to assure you that my boys do not need any special treatment. If they want a shot, well then they will just have to earn it, just like I expect everybody on the roster to do the same. The reason I am taking this job is because Blake has trusted me to keep order in WIW and make sure that no one will overstep their boundaries. Now, I already know that the Wolfpack are going to make this a particular challenge, as they already are. But I am already fully equipped and ready to make sure that both me and the Wolfpack can reach some kind of peace. As the Blood Brothers manager, I never really did take kindly to the Wolfpack naturally. But I will make sure that they do not go rioting again like they did last year. WIW is going to be a big year for Fight Night, and I can't wait to take it to the next level. Thank you very much, Teddy. Hello everyone, I am Mort Goldberg. Some of you may know me as the owner of one of the best used car dealerships in Brooklyn, New York. Mort's Used Cars. For those of you who haven't heard of us, check us out online for the greatest deals on the market. Now, I may not look like your traditional GM, and that is because, quite frankly, I'm not. But the reason I took over Mayhem, as well as running Mort's Used Cars, is because I have an amazing business mind and plans for everything that will launch Mayhem above and beyond. I intend to make the Monday show the greatest show on television, whilst also providing great deals for our current deal on a 97 Lincoln, which can be yours for just $28 a month at Mort's Used Cars. I intend to make sure that the Mayhem stars stay as popular as always, whilst also making sure that the superstars stay in line. Believe me when I say, if anybody oversteps, I have the means to shrink them back down to size. Thank you everybody, and I'll be seeing you in season number 2. Thank you very much to Ted and Mort. Let's hear it for our new GMs, ladies and gentlemen. I bet none of you saw any of that coming to start this off, did you? But speaking of the two brands, that brings us to our first award of the night, and that is, of course, the Brand of the Year award. Both brands have been exceptional this year, with very little to split them through this past year. But which brand did you guys see as the A show for the past year? The nominees are, of course, Monday Night Mayhem and Friday Fight Night. And the winner is Monday Night Mayhem. Congratulations to everybody on the red and black brand, because you are the first ever Brand of the Year winners. Well done to all of you. So, Mort, it looks like you've got a lot of work to do to win that award back again next year. And Ted, you know what your aims are for season number 2 now as well. Now, before we move on to our next award, there is someone else we'd like you to meet. As you know, this year, we will be adding a brand new developmental show, Revolution. And so, of course, we have decided to appoint a new GM for that brand as well. This person was a big reason for all of this brand's happening today and in the future, and we will hope that she will lead the next generation of WIW superstars up the ranks whilst putting the show on that you all deserve each week. So everybody, please welcome to the show, for the first time ever, the new GM manager of WIW Revolution, Ellie JP. Wow, hello everybody, and thank you for your kind applause. I wanted to first thank Mr. Austin for giving me this opportunity to show what I can bring to WIW. I promise that I won't let you down. Secondly, you may notice that I'm not quite dressed for the occasion, or dressed to be the typical GM that you would expect. Well, the first thing you need to know about me, I am no ordinary GM. I am here to bring a brand new, fresh take on professional wrestling. And I will help lead Revolution to becoming a show filled with fresh new talent and prospects from around the world. Anyone with the dream of making it big in WIW is welcome to come and put their skills to the test. And rest assured, you will not be short of competition here. I can't wait to get started, and to start Revolution off with a bang, I have a huge announcement to make. On the first show of WIW's Revolution, we will be crowning the first ever Revolution champion in a 30-man Royal Rumble match. I will see you all there. See you soon, everybody. Thank you. Well, how about that, ladies and gentlemen? What a way to start off the newest show on WIW. So make sure you tune in to our new brand and new show, Revolution, which for now will be between Mayhem and Fight Nights each week for the start of Season 2. That brings us to the next minor award for the night. The next category is Pay-Per-View of the Year. The whole year has been filled with first ever pay-per-views. Our first Royal Rumble, our first Money in the Bank, our first ever Insomnia. But which pay-per-view did you all think stole the show in season number 1? Well, let's find out now. The nominees for WIW Pay-Per-View of the Year are WIW Hellfire, which saw the beginning of the Austin and Sam Road to Insomnia. WIW Sudden Death, which held the first ever Royal Rumble match. WIW Insomnia, which ended Season 1 with the biggest card in WIW history and an amazing show for the ages. And WIW Mind Games, where we had the first ever Mayhem vs. Fight Night showdown. And the winner is... WIW's Insomnia. I'm sure this came at the surprise to nobody. The biggest show of WIW's history, which had it all. It had comedy, drama, action, jobs at risk, lives at risk, the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and concluding with a monumental main event, making history and ending season number 1 with a bang. Now that's the awards for all of them that can't be stepped up to claim. Now over and done with. Next up, the Glitch of the Year Awards. As you can imagine, through a long year of hard work and passion, there were bound to be moments where things didn't quite go to plan, or maybe things went better than expected, but in the weirdest way. Or maybe someone just did something out of the ordinary that left people gasping for air. Ladies and gentlemen, let's find out the nominees for the first ever Glitch of the Year. And no matter which member of the team it is, and look at this, up on the shoulders, looking for a Samoan drop and a big connection down. Wait, what? Wait, what the actual fuck? Listen, I want to leave this in because this is a hella funny. We are going to have to restart this match. And wrestling ability really proving a problem here. And now, oh, hold on a minute. Looking for a bit of tag team work here. Whoa, okay then. What the fuck is this? Skyscraper elbow drop. What the fuck? Is that going to count as a tag? Oh my god. Alright then, well I guess Harry is the legal man. Skeens for in the middle rope, what's he thinking? Went to drop, oh! Beautiful counter there by SDC with the double boot. Well countered, oh and look at that, Brad trying to capitalize back. Oh! What? What happened there? Skeens just fell through the turnbuckles on the cannonballs. Everybody wants to see who can finally defeat Sandra Piper. But right now, she's just struggling to get the job done herself. She's taken down there. Oh, for God's sake, are you kidding me? And the winner is... the Death Ninjas!
you so much. I'd first like to thank all of you who voted for us to win this award. It really was an honour to be the winners of the first ever award in WIW's history. But I'm not too sure that we deserve this. This was the glitch of the year, but yet what we did was truly magical. Something you should always expect from the most unique tag team in the history of wrestling.
Yep, that is right. Yes, this award is not the most glamorous award that is here tonight to be won, but this is a sign of things to come for the Death Ninjas. If we have the power to literally fly, then imagine what more we can do. This year was a great start to life as a team, and I couldn't be partnered with a better man than Def Lordicus, but this year, the Death Ninjas will be pushing for bigger and better things all throughout season number 2. It was an honour to take this award, but trust me, this will not be the last bit of success from the Death Ninjas. Thank you, and good night. Thank you very much, guys. Let's hear it for the Death Ninjas. As unique as always. You just can't hate those two, can you? Anyway, on to the next category of the night. Tag Team of the Year. WIW has some of the best tag team wrestling in the world, and each week it continues to deliver the best moments and best matches of season number 1. But which team went above and beyond to show all of you that they were the greatest team of season 1? The nominees are the Linebacks, the longest reigning and 2-time Mayhem Tag Team Champions. The Wolfpack, the longest reigning and 2-time Fight Night Tag Team Champions. The League of Gods, the current Mayhem and Fight Night Tag Team Champions. That's right, the champions of both Mayhem and Fight Night. And lastly, Justice, the newest team on the block and the holders of the WIW Championship. All fantastic teams, but there can only be one winner. And the winner of Tag Team of the Year is the Wolfpack. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for this award. This year really has been such an amazing year for all of us. And it didn't come as a surprise that we'd received this award either, if I'm perfectly honest. You know, when we first founded the Wolfpack, our goal was to stand out, to be different, to become the greatest force that wrestling had ever seen. And I know you guys didn't realize it at first, but the real reason we pushed the boundaries, the reason we made life difficult for management, was all for you. None of this, none of us would be here today, and none of it would be possible without you. What Steve says is true. We may have benefited along the way, trust me, we have. But our reasons for all of this was to entertain and show the world why we are the best in the world at what we do. So I am very happy to accept this award, but I'm mostly happy to be winning it here today with my best friends in the world. Wolfpack for life is not just a saying, it's a way of life. We stood by each other for years, and together we will continue to be the best team in all of wrestling. So thank all of you for helping us to make the team that we are today. But enough mushy talk now, that's not what you guys want to hear. As you know, we lost the tag team titles at Insomnia. But you better believe that we still have our rematch. And you better believe that we will be back next season to get those tag team titles no matter what. So enjoy the celebrations tonight and thank you all for your votes. But now, it is time for us to go back into the ring and kick some ass like never before. Thank you guys. We'll see you all in the next season. Thank you, boys. You know, Blake Austin may not have seen you guys in the best way or in any good way at all, but to me and to everybody here, you guys are absolute stars of WIW. Let's get a round of applause for the Wolfpack, please. Anyway, let's move on to our next category. The Match of the Year. Over the past year, we have seen some pretty amazing matches in a boatload. WIW performers and superstars are the best in the world, and week in and week out, they prove why they really are the best. But there were only 4 that stood above the rest. So let's remind ourselves of the nominees for Match of the Year. And the winner is Max Danger and Alex Wilson. If you guys are all expecting a mushy speech and a thank you from me, you guys can all forget it. You think I am shocked that I won this award? Pff, no. Since I arrived here in WIW, I have been part of some of the best matches of the year. Money in the Bank, the 4v4 Mind Games match, my cash-in at Hellfire, and of course, my main event at the first ever Insomnia. I have had greatness in my blood, and I'll admit, this was one of the toughest fights in my career, and I did lose it. But we all know who stood tall at the end of it all. And consider that my message for the future of WIW. No matter what happens, I will always find my way to the top. When I first came here, my goal was to fulfill my father's legacy. But I soon realized that as much as I love and respect my father, I am grateful for what he has done here for me, and I am grateful for what he was there for me at Insomnia. But my goal is to fulfill my own legacy, to prove that Max Danger is the greatest of all time, and there is nobody that will stand in my... Hold on a second here, man. Hold on a second. I think that you've forgotten what we're doing here today, man. This was the award for Match of the Year, something we actually did together. This isn't an excuse for you to go running your mouth all day long. I was going to come out here, thank everybody for voting for our match, and thank you too for giving me the greatest challenge of my life. But you know what? Now you can go fuck yourself. Enjoy your time at the top for now, because the Wolfpack are coming for you, and there is nothing you can do to stop us when we arrive. Oh good, more Wolfpack talk. That's exactly what we all want to hear tonight. Do any of you have a mind of your own, or does Sam write all of your stuff before you even come out here? If you think I'm worried about you or the Wolfpack, you are very much mistaken. I beat you, I beat Steve, I beat David, and I took the title from your leader, King Sam. But if you Wolfpack boys are still eager to come for me, then the next person to step up to me better be your leader to tell me that himself. Because I've beat you already, and I can't wait to break every single Wolfpack member apart, piece by piece. You know what you sound like? Every single idiot who has stepped up to the Wolfpack and have failed to hold their own. Many have tried, and many will continue to fail for years to come. Wolfpack are the best that there was, the best that there ever will be. If you want something, tough. If we want something, we take it. And that's exactly what we will do if you dare challenge us again. So I'm going to take my award, say my goodbyes, and wish you good luck for next season, pal, because trust me, you're going to need it. Oh, and one more thing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this. We did not anticipate a fight breaking out here. We're going to try and get things back under control. So we're going to take a quick commercial break to try and clear things up. And we'll be right back with you after this quick commercial break. Dormus, the new fragrance by Dormus. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WIW Awards Show for season number 1. My name is Darren Jacobs, and we apologize for the fight that broke out before the commercial break, but it has all been cleared up now, and we can continue on with the awards. The next award up tonight is the Rivalry of the Year Award. WIW has brought us some huge rivalries full of pure hatred, misguided trust, friendships breaking apart, and even people breaking apart. But there were some that really stood above the rest. Some rivalries that were so memorable, so chaotic, so revolutionary, that we will never forget them no matter how hard we try. And the nominees are Blake Austin and King Sam, the rivalry that stretched over 2 years and finally concluded at this year's Insomnia. James Rowley and Jake Griffiths, the Cruiserweight Classic rivalry between two of the very best Cruiserweights that we have on the roster. Haley Bowen and Sandra Piper, your typical David versus Goliath story with the ending that I'm pretty sure that we all wanted. And lastly, Dino D and John Cutter, where one match started months of pain and torture, which led to one of them being locked away for good. 4 big rivalries there, but only one can win this year's award. And your winner of Rivalry of the Year is Blake Austin and King Sam.
Shut up and sit down.
Shut up and sit down. Yes, I did anticipate that I'd be winning an award today, which is why I rushed my speech earlier. The relationship between me and Sam, as you know, has reached a boiling point lately. But now that I am receiving this award with him, and we have finally collided in the ring for the last time, hopefully, I think it's finally time for me and Sam to put aside our differences for now. So Sam, come out here and let's talk. Everybody please welcome King Sam. Sam, let's be honest. Me and you have never seen eye to eye. And don't get me wrong, I don't think we ever will. Nor do I ever want to be your friend. But we do have one thing in common, Sam. We both do what we think is best for WIW. We have our own ways of doing it, yes, but when I founded WYW, you helped me build it up. And then WIW came along, and you helped me build that up as well, and to what it is today. So maybe, just maybe, if you can keep yourself and your team under control, I don't see why we can't part ways on good terms. Especially now that I am no longer the GM. Oh, Blake, come on, mate. You know I can't promise you anything like that. But what I can promise you is that we will continue to rise and make WIW the success that it is, but more. Like you said, we both want this place to succeed. And with you stepping down as GM, it may be less fun for me and the Wolfpack, but I think it will help both you and the Wolfpack achieve higher levels of success. We may be Wolfpack for life, but we are also WIW for life. And that I can promise you. Well, that was short and sweet, but I bet you didn't see that one coming, did you? Unfortunately, we can't dwell on that for very long because we have now arrived at the big ones. The Superstar of the Year Award. Firstly, Mayhem Star of the Year. Mayhem, of course, was voted Brand of the Year, but it was these stars that made the show that it is today. But which one of these major stars stole your hearts and became your favourites? The nominees are Aaron Albright, the 4-time WIW champion and longest reigning world champion of Mayhem. Brad Skeens, the current WIW champion and the first man in history to win both the European and WIW championship. Sandra Piper, the 2-time longest reigning Mayhem Women's champion, and Mason Foster, the current 2-time European champion and the title's longest reigning champion in its history. And the winner is Mason Foster. Wow, just wow. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody. This really is a huge honor and a privilege to win this award. Firstly, I want to thank all of you for your support in the last year. You guys have all been incredible. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank everybody in the back for all your hard work and dedication. You have made me work harder than I've ever done in my entire life. I'd also like to thank all of my friends and all of my family throughout my career for supporting me. If it weren't for you guys, I would not be here today, and I would not be the man that I am. You know, when I first won the European Championship, no one thought it would last. I won the title with the help of the outside, and everyone stepped up to take the title from me one by one. I then tried so hard to hold on to it that I pushed myself way too far, which led to schemes taking it from me, and it also led to me continuing to push myself to the point where I actually injured myself. And everybody had doubted me at that point, and they were right to. But I came back, I got stronger, and I won the title back and became bigger and better than I ever was before. And the reason I've told you this story is because when life gets you down, guys, you get back up and you keep going. That's what I want you all to remember today. No matter what steps in your way, if you are determined enough and you want it bad enough, there is nothing that will stand in your way. Just like I said, I was going to be the greatest European champion, I went and did that. But I also said that I would become WIW champion too, and rest assured, I intend to do that as well. Thank you all very much. Good night. Wise words there from Mason Foster. Thank you, Mason. Next up is Fight Night Star of the Year. Fight Night may not have won Brand of the Year, but it has brought us plenty of action and chaos across the year. But these 4 stars in particular have brought out the best in the brand and really did lead WIW to the success it is today. The nominees for Fight Night Star of the Year are King Sam, leader of the Wolfpack, the first ever WIW and heavyweight champion and a Rivalry of the Year winner. Big Willie, the 2-time television champion and the longest reigning singles champion in history, both singles reign and combined. Laura Stables, the first ever Fight Night women's champion, the 2-time women's champion and the longest reigning women's champion of that title. And Max Danger, the first ever Money in the Bank winner and 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, as well as Match of the Year winner on top of that. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Fight Night Star of the Year is King Sam. I'm back. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'll admit, I am not surprised that I won this award, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't be thanking each and every one of you for voting for me. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank my team, mostly. Alex Wilson, David Lees, and Stephen Thomas. All year long, you guys have helped make the Wolfpack the success that it is today. This really isn't just my award, this is our award, boys. The past year has had plenty of ups. The Wolfpack won 2 tag team titles. Alex, my protege, became the world champion, and I won both the world championships. And it has also had its low points too. The tag titles were lost in a sneak attack to the Chaos Twins, and me losing my title after a sneak attack from the general manager, and of course we were 1-3 at Insomnia and were left with no titles around our waist. Although that isn't the worst thing in the world, because now we get to come back looking stronger and better than ever before. And if you think that this year was a great year for us, just you wait and see in Season 2. Now that Blake is stepping down from GM, I do want to thank him as well for pushing me as far as I could go. You really did make me and the Wolfpack stronger for it. But now he is gone, the Wolfpack era will continue to rise. And no matter what, it's Wolfpack for life, baby. We will continue to do whatever we want and whatever we can to keep you all entertained and help WIW become the greatest show on the planet. And with you all behind us, you are all honorary Wolfpack members. And so if you have our back, we will always have yours. Wolfpack for life, baby! Thank you very much, King Sam. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the final award of the first ever WIW show. The WIW Overall Star of the Year. In a company full of stars and a roster full of talent, who did you think was the best of the bunch? The man who stood above all the rest, and the man who is the living definition and the true meaning of what it means to work in WIW. You know the nominees, but I'll repeat them again. The nominees are Aaron Albright, Brad Skeens, Sandra Piper, Mason Foster, King Sam, Big Willie, Laura Stables, and Max Danger. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time tonight, the winner of Overall Superstar of the Year is King Sam. Wow, I'm back again, guys. Thank you all so much. I know you must be sick of seeing me at this point, but I promise this will be the last bit for me today. I'll keep this brief since I've said most of what I've wanted to say already throughout the night. Thanks again to all of you for voting for me, all the superstars in the back for pushing us to the limit, but mostly to the Wolfpack. But I don't want to repeat myself, so I'll say this. WIW is my home. Everything I have done in my career was to make WIW the show, like I said earlier. I could go on to any show in the world, WWE, TNA, New Japan, and the list goes on. And I'd be lying if I said that my team and I haven't been offered any other companies to work for instead of WIW. But the reason I stay in WIW and work for no one else is because the Wolfpack and I built this company from the ground up. We came, we conquered, and most of all, we rose. And as WIW grows, we will go down in history as the legendary team who took a small-time company like WIW to a worldwide company in such a short space of time. So be sure to stick around, people, because the best is yet to come from me, the Wolfpack, and from everyone here. And I can assure you that no matter what, no matter how many stars come to this show, no matter how many people step in our way, the Wolfpack will forever and always stand tall at the top of WIW. Thank you all again so much, and don't forget, Wolfpack for life, baby! Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the first ever WIW Season Awards Show. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and thank you once again to all of the WIW stars. Season 2 is coming your way, ladies and gentlemen, very, very soon. So be sure to subscribe to the network if you haven't already. Leave a like on this video to show all your support for Season number 1 and for Season number 2. Season number 2 is coming very, very soon, and it is going to be a massive year for WIW, and I simply just can't wait to get started.